Two people in custody at Metro Corrections have died this week. Metro Corrections FOP President Daniel Johnson says the two deaths are too many.
And at the current rate inside the jail, he thinks it's only going to get worse if something doesn't change. WDRB's Breon Martin spoke with a person who represents officers at the jail who wonders if a chronic staffing shortage is to blame.
I don't know if being fully staffed would have prevented any of those deaths from occurring. But as short as we are, it's certainly not helping any matters.
Louisville Corrections FOP President Daniel Johnson says the death of a man and woman could be a result of the jail's chronic staffing shortages. He says officers are overworked and underpaid.
It's incredibly frustrating for me. For several months on end, we've been warning people about how bad the staffing's getting, especially at the jail.
Rickitta Smith was found unresponsive inside a housing unit by an officer Friday morning. She was booked into the jail Wednesday on drug charges. Rickitta was pronounced dead at the hospital. Monday, a 59-year-old man died in a housing unit. That man had been jailed for almost a month on a felony charge of failure to comply with a sex offender registration.
I see a lot of money being spent in Metro government, and I don't see any of those dollars being funded towards corrections or public safety as a whole.
Metro Corrections has 470 staff positions, 142 are vacant. Johnson says 7 correction officers are set to retire at the end of the year. The starting pay for a Metro Corrections officer is $17 an hour. Johnson says that amount is not enticing potential recruits to sign up. A typical police academy graduating class would consist of between 25 and 30 people. Johnson says classes now have 5.
What's going to happen when we have those critical incidents and they happen at the same time and we don't have the staff to respond?
Despite all of the issues, Johnson is optimistic. He said the union is working to revise a contract with Louisville Metro government that expires in 2023. And jail leaders have said they are working on ways to get more recruits in the door and keep the officers they have.
Sometimes the biggest obstacle that we have is life-saving measures.
And Metro Corrections Director Dwayne Clark tells us the jail's professional standards unit is looking into those 2 recent deaths.